What's up, everybody? Justin here to do my NFC Championship review. Yes, I'm gonna swallow my pride and do this review objectively. I'm not gonna bash the Falcons. I was hoping that we could, Packers, hopefully I was hoping we could go to the Super Bowl and become Super Bowl champions this year again. But no, it didn't happen, and it wasn't meant to be. Just too many damn injuries, and the injuries are not even, we had a lot of injuries on defense, a lot of injuries. But we still have Matthews playing. We still have Peppers playing. They could barely get to the quarterback. Still had other good players playing, like Nick Perry on defense, Mike Daniels on defense. On the defensive line, good players. Morgan Burnett, he played the whole game. He's a good player, even though the Packers couldn't stop the Falcons receivers for jack shit. They couldn't stop them at all. They just couldn't. They were overmatched. They got owned. They got absolutely owned on defense. Packers defense is soft. It was undersized against the Falcons. And I'm not even talking about Julio Jones. That guy's a beast. Julio Jones went the fuck off up against us. He caught one pass. I think his third quarter, Julio Jones caught one pass. I believe his pass interference against Packers anyways. But Julio Jones breaks a tackle and then stiff arms one of the Packers, and he falls down, and Julio Jones runs for a touchdown. And this was, I believe, after halftime, after the Packers got the ball and did nothing because we had a couple of drops by Cook. He had a couple of drops in this game, like 3 or 4 drops. And yes, Cook was the hero last week when he caught the ball at the sidelines. That was awesome. But this NFC Championship, the bottom line is the Falcons were the way better team. They had a way better defense, way more speed on defense. They got to Rodgers way more often. They sacked him, they knocked him down a lot, and they hit him a lot. And what did the Packers defense do against Matt Ryan? They did nothing. They didn't get any turnovers. They didn't get a fumble recovery like they could have. I believe Jake Ryan tried to jump on a fumble, but he didn't end up getting it. We got no interceptions, no pick sixes. So, in my opinion, the Packers defense played awful. God awful. And you save your worst performance Packers defense. You just had to save it for the NFC Championship game, didn't you? I'm not gonna blame all the players on defense, because we had a lot of injuries. Sam Shields, great cornerback. I think he plays cornerback. Sam Shields has been out since week 1 with a concussion. And there's other starters, I believe, on defense that are out, or that were out. Anyways, Clint Dix, that guy got owned today on defense. He's a good player, but he got owned. At one point during the game, Julio Jones jumped up in the middle of the field, I think his third or fourth quarter, jumped up, caught a pass in midair, got flipped over, and the guy landed on his head. Landed on his head and his neck. I don't know how he didn't injure his neck. I thought he broke his neck. That was insane. That Julio Jones did not break his neck after landing on the side of his head and on top of his head. As I said, Julio Jones is a beast. The guy is one of the best receivers in the NFL. And he'll probably be a beast in the Super Bowl. Atlanta is a damn good team. They're good on defense. They're great on offense. They're going to be really tough to beat in the Super Bowl. But now I'm going to go back to the first quarter. I was looking at these not highlights, but post-game. I don't want to hear the post-game because I already know what the hell happened. Packers got owned. Even though they had a lot of injuries, they still got destroyed. And I thought we had a chance. I really thought we were going to win and defeat Atlanta. I really got my hopes up. I thought we could because of how Aaron Rodgers has been playing for the past 8 weeks. Packers have been 8-0. 8-0 run. Rodgers said we were going to run the table. He really said, I think we can run the table. But still, he said, run the table. We won 8 games in a row. I never thought we could do that to get in the playoffs. And all those 8 games building up to the playoffs, remember this, Packers Nation, Packers fans out there, remember this. The Packers had to win 8 games in a row. Basically, 8 playoff games to get in the damn playoffs. They had to win the final game to win the NFC North championship. They won the NFC North division, defeating the Lions in Detroit. Rodgers was great. I mean, I never saw a quarterback play as good as Rodgers did in the 8-game winning streak. The guy was epic. The guy was playing out of this world. He carried the Packers on his back in the 8-game win streak. Some of that 8-game win streak, we had no Randall Cobb. I think he was out for 2 games. And we had other players on defense that couldn't play. And then, as I said, we won the NFC North after, they had to win 8 games in a row to get in the playoffs and to win in the playoffs. So those are 8 or 6 playoff games. Basically, they had to play on a level that was perfect, basically, to get all those wins. So they won 6 in a row. They go into the playoffs. They get a home game at Lambeau. And they defeat the Giants in a great performance. In the third and fourth quarter, Rodgers was on fire. So we defeat the Giants. We go to Dallas. Every damn expert on TV was saying the Packers are going to lose in Dallas. And Dallas very well could have won that game. I mean, Dallas lost by a field goal. But Dallas was really close. The only reason we defeated Dallas is because of Rodgers throwing that pass to Cook, getting his feet in bounds to kick the field goal. And not just Rodgers and Cook, but Mason Crosby. The guy hit 3 field goals. 3 of them. 3 field goals from over 50 yards to win us that game in Dallas. So that was such a high. That victory, that was such a high. It was such a great victory for the Packers. I was so happy. I was so excited we were going to the NFC Championship. I still think if the NFC Championship would have been in Green Bay, I think the Packers would have won. I just think they would have if they weren't in the Georgia Dome. But who knows? Anyways, now back to the game. First quarter was awful. First Falcons drive, they score a touchdown. So it was 7-0. I was still hopeful we would score. And we would tie it up or get ahead. But that didn't happen. Falcons go up 7-0. We get the ball on our first drive on offense. What happens? Well, we're going to kick a field goal. I think it's 45 yards, I think, or 35 yards or something like that. And Crosby misses. The guy hasn't missed, I don't think, the entire season or half of the playoffs. He's missed no field goals, no extra points. He's missed nothing. And he decides to miss in the NFC Championship when we needed Crosby the most. He misses a field goal. Again, every kicker makes mistakes. They can't be perfect, but why'd you have to miss in the damn NFC Championship? Crosby's still a great kicker. One of the best kickers in the league. But that was a bad time to miss a field goal. So then we miss a field goal. Falcons get the ball. And I believe they score a field goal. So the Falcons are up 10-zip. 10-zip. Packers get the ball. We're driving down the field. We're in the red zone. Gronkowski, the fullback, I believe his last name's Gronkowski. The fullback gets the ball, runs, takes a lot of guys with him, keeps running. He's down to like the 10-yard line or 5-yard line or wherever he was. Maybe he was down in the 15-yard line. We were in the red zone, and Gronkowski, instead of driving and keep on going, why don't you just fall to the damn ground? Because you know what happened? Before he goes to the ground, he gets the ball ripped out of his hand, and he gets stripped. So Gronkowski fumbling in the red zone, that was a killer. That really hurt us. That really hurt the Packers. So they don't get a field goal. They don't even get an opportunity to get a field goal or a touchdown because they fumbled. Gronkowski, you should have went down, man. You should have went down. Not try to keep going forward. So he fumbles. We get no points. Falcons come back, score a touchdown. It's 17-zip. That's not good. Down 17-zip, I was pissed. I almost broke something in my house. I was that pissed. So we're down 17-zip. We get the ball back on offense. We don't do anything. We give it back to the Falcons with like a minute left. And what happens? With a minute left before halftime, the Falcons score a fucking touchdown. So they're up 24-0. 24-0. Going into halftime. 24-0. That's pathetic. Defense, Packers defense. I blame you guys for the loss. Because if you could have really stepped up, I mean, I know there's a lot of injuries. And a lot of the players we have aren't very good. Guys like Randall's playing like a rookie. I think he is a rookie, but Randall's no good. Maybe he'll be better next year. Randall's no good. Gunter, that guy, he got owned. He was on Julio Jones. Well, he got owned. The guys on defense are no good on the Packers, except Matthews, Peppers, Mike Daniels, Nick Perry, Jake Ryan. He's a decent player. He tries hard. And Clinton Dix. In my opinion, those are the only guys the Packers should keep on defense. I mean, sign some free agents from defense that are good players, or trade some players and get better defensive players to be cornerbacks and safeties. Morgan Burnett, he's good too. I guess they should keep him. But my main thing is, you were down 24-0 going into halftime. And Matt Ryan played great. Matt Ryan played like an MVP, but what he was doing, he was just throwing short passes like 15 yards, 10 yards, 16-yard passes. That's all he was really doing. Matt Ryan did play great. He didn't throw an interception. He made no mistakes. But I wasn't impressed with what he did because the guy didn't have to do much. Matt Ryan barely had to do much to defeat the Packers in their awful defense. Again, the defense was on the field so damn long. I mean, the Falcons had the ball like 20 minutes. In the first half, the Falcons had the ball, I believe, 20 minutes. Packers had it, I believe, 9 minutes or something like that. So the defense, they tried, but they failed, and they're probably blown up and really tired. And they just don't have enough talent on the defense because of all the damn injuries. Anyways, what I would like to see, and after halftime, the Packers, at least they made a little tiny comeback. And they scored 3 touchdowns. Big deal. It was already over. But at least we scored 21 points. So at least it wasn't 44-0 because that would have really pissed me off. So at least we scored 21 points. So it's still a freaking 31-point blowout, but it doesn't look as bad as having a 0 on the board. Because Falcons scored, 44-21. That's 30 or 23 points. Or no, 30 or something. 24 points or 23 points, I believe. 21-44, so that's, I believe, 22 or 23 points. So it was still a blowout, but at least it's better than having a 0. At least the offense didn't quit. Rodgers didn't quit. Kept fighting, but the receivers kept dropping passes. Most namely, Jared Cook dropped a lot of passes. Jordy Nelson, I believe, dropped a pass in the first or second quarter. But that's not the point. The point is the Falcons were the better team. That's hard for me to say because I love the Packers. Falcons were the better team. They deserved to win. They're going to the Super Bowl. Falcons are in Super Bowl 51. Any Falcon fans out there watching this, your team was a better team. And you deserve to be in the Super Bowl. You got a great team. I mean, all around, offense, defense, special teams, the Falcons are a great team and they deserve to be in the Super Bowl. Now the Packers, I can't believe Jordy Nelson, I can't believe he played. I didn't think he was going to play. They said he was questionable, but the guy played. He obviously had a safety vest over his ribs. He had giant padding, like this thick padding on his ribs. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to get hit in the ribs and feel it and feel more pain or injure his ribs more. So Nelson, the guy's a beast. The guy had a touchdown. He caught a touchdown pass. And Nelson kept playing. I'm sure he's in a lot of pain. Jordy Nelson, you got my respect. You are a hell of a receiver. And you earn my respect even more than before. I respected you before as a great player, one of the best receivers in the NFL, but playing with broken ribs in the NFC Championship, Jordy Nelson, you got more of my respect. I believe next year is the last year of Jordy Nelson's contract. He signed a 3-year contract 2 or 3 years ago. So I believe next year is year number 3. They better sign him up for a contract extension because they need Jordy Nelson on offense. So, the receivers, Adams, Devontae Adams caught a touchdown. He didn't do that much in the game, barely, except catch one touchdown. Nelson caught a couple passes, got a touchdown. It was great to see Jordy Nelson out there trying, playing his heart out. But what I would like to see, bottom line, the Packers lost, is 44-21. And now Mike McCarthy is talking in a press conference. I want to hear what the hell he has to say about this performance. Because defensive coordinator Don Capers, that guy should be fired. I'm sick of his ass. I mean, he was a defensive coordinator when we lost in Seattle 3 years ago in the NFC Championship. Don Capers, you were the defensive coordinator, and you fucked up that game. You could say the deep players on defense lost it for us. That is true, but Capers, you did an awful job in Seattle 3 years ago in the NFC Championship. Or 2 years ago. I don't know how long it's been. And now Capers, you get to the NFC Championship, and I agree you didn't have that much great talent in the cornerbacks position, or the safeties. Michael Hyde, that guy's a good player. Michael Hyde even got injured. He got his shoulder injured. He couldn't play. Ty Montgomery on offense, he got injured. He couldn't play. It looked like he got a concussion because he got a helmet to his head. Anyways, I hope Don Capers is let go and fired. Get rid of his old ass. The guy's been in Green Bay like 7 years, 8 years, and what has he got to show him for his work? 1 Super Bowl appearance and 1 Super Bowl victory, and let's see, 3 appearances in the NFC Championship and 2 NFC Championship losses. Don Capers, you suck. And I hope the Packers get rid of you. As for Mike McCarthy, the Packers head coach, they should keep him. He's a good coach. I still believe he's a damn good coach.
Matt Ryan tonight compared to a few years ago?
Anyways.
2010? I thought he was a good quarterback then. I think he's playing great right now. I thought he played great today. I thought he played great in Week 8 against us. He's had a tremendous year. So there's definitely a reason why. He's up for the MVP. I think he's a tremendous player.
I will admit, Matt Ryan, Mike McCarthy was just talking about Matt Ryan's a great player. I agree. Today, Matt Ryan outplayed Aaron Rodgers. But Rodgers played his best games before this game. He saved his best performances. Sadly, Rodgers saved his best performances before the NFC Championship. But it doesn't matter. Rodgers could have scored 21, or Rodgers could have scored, win 3 drives, scored 3 touchdowns, and guess what? The Packers defense still wouldn't have been able to stop Matt Ryan in the Falcons offense. Rodgers didn't play awful. The guy had guys coming after him nonstop, but Matt Ryan outplayed Rodgers.
This was a hell of a season. This team provided a lot of great moments for me as a coach, for our organization, and hopefully our fans feel that way.
2 more, please. How difficult was the situation on the offensive line? You had to play with Troy at the end of the game.
Yes.
I will say, Mike McCarthy just said we had a great season. He hopes the fans feel that way. And right now, this is like 25, 30 minutes after the game, after they lost the NFC Championship. So right now, I don't feel they had a great season because I feel The season, it was a failure because we lost the NFC Championship. And to me, the Packers are an elite franchise. They're a damn good franchise. They were a damn good team. For the past 8 games, on the 8-game winning streak, we were a damn good team. We went to Dallas, defeated the Cowboys. I didn't think we were going to. Actually, I did. But I wasn't really so sure. Anyways, right now I don't feel it's a great season, but the season was up and down. There was a lot of big time downs, down moments when I was down and really depressed when they were 4-6. I was really depressed, and I thought there's no way they're going to make the playoffs. And to me, that's unacceptable. As a Packers fan, as I said, the Packers are an elite franchise in the NFL. They should be in the playoffs every year. And they have been for the past 8 years. That's a hell of an accomplishment. And the coaching is thanks to Mike McCarthy as a head coach. They've made the playoffs 8 years in a row. A lot of teams don't even make the playoffs. A lot of franchises are a mess. Like the 49ers, like the Browns, like the Rams. I can name a lot of them. Basically, a lot of teams that did not make the playoffs this year were not good enough. And the Packers, as a franchise, as a team, they've been good enough for the past 8 years they've been in the playoffs. Yes, they only went to the Super Bowl once out of those 8 years. Yes, they lost the NFC Championship in Seattle when they did the ultimate collapse. And I'm still not over that loss in Seattle. That was heartbreaking. They took my heart. The Packers defense and stupid Boykin, I believe his name was Boykin, could not receive the onside kick, you dumb bastard. I forget his first name, but I think his name was Boykin. And he had the ball right bounce off his goddamn face mask and not receive the onside kick. If he would have caught that ball, the Packers would have won in Seattle. That's what I believe. So that loss I'll never forget. They took my heart, ripped it out of my chest, and cut it up and stabbed it. This loss hurts in Atlanta today. This really hurts. But now Rodgers is talking. Aaron Rodgers. The guy tried, man. Rodgers was running all over the place. He was getting sacked. He was getting rushed like crazy. That guy tried. In my opinion, he really tried to get us ahead. And the Falcons' defensive linemen were just too damn fast and too damn good. They were owning our offensive linemen. Anyways, what was I saying? I'm going on really long. This is like 28 minutes or something. But this is my NFC Championship review. I'll go as long as I want. Again, if someone's still watching this, I don't care if you watch for 1 minute or 40 minutes. What was I saying? I can't remember. Anyways, Rodgers tried, but the guy was getting rushed, knocked down, sacked way too much. Had to run out of the pocket way too much. And then when he went out of the pocket, barely anybody was open for him to throw it to. I mean, a couple times he went out of the pocket and he did complete, like, long passes, like 15, 20 yards, but that was it. So, I was talking about the record. When we were 4-6, I was really depressed, really sad. The Packers wouldn't make the playoffs, but then we went on a run of 6 games in a row. The Packers won. After we had an awful beatdown from the Tennessee Titans where we got destroyed when we should have won that game. And then we defeated teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, the Chicago Bears, the Minnesota Vikings, Detroit Lions. That's 4 wins right there. Who were the other teams we defeated? Houston Texans was one of them, I think. Who's the other team? I can't remember. The 6th team we defeated to get to be on the 6-game win streak. I named 5 teams. Anyways, we went on a 6-game win streak to get in the playoffs, and then we won 2 more games, so they were 8-0. 8-game winning streak going into the NFC Championship. 8 games we won in a row. That's incredibly hard to do that. And when you got so many damn injured players. As I said, Rodgers and the offense, Rodgers and the receivers, and Ty Montgomery and Mason Crosby, they carried us on their back. So, my final thought on the NFC Championship: Falcons deserve to win. I just hope the Patriots win against the Steelers coming up. It might even be on right now. So, anyways, I don't really care to hear what Rodgers has to say, because I'll just be sad. Patriots are winning 3-0. First quarter's almost over. 4 minutes left. And I do believe the Patriots will win this game. They'll win and go to the Super Bowl. And I do want the Patriots to defeat the Falcons, because the Falcons defeat my Packers. So why would I want them to win? I shouldn't even want to watch the Super Bowl because my Packers won't be in it. But I'm sure I'll end up watching it anyways. And probably live tweeting it. Patriots are close to, they're in the red zone. They're around the 16-yard line. So Patriots might get a touchdown here. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a hot team. So that needs to be the focus moving forward next year. And like I said, reload and get ready.
This is Aaron Rodgers talking.
He'll be here before we know it.
Could Morburn big enough to handle the offseason to get over this hump? That you like life is big at all for you?
I don't. I still feel pretty young. I think I have a number of years left in me. I can play at a high level. Yeah, we just gotta.
Rodgers is in the issue for the Packers getting back to the NFC Championship or going to another Super Bowl or winning another Super Bowl. I have faith that Aaron Rodgers could get us there again and get us to a couple more NFC Championships and a couple more Super Bowls. Rodgers has at least 5 more years in his prime, playing in his prime at an elite MVP level. That's my opinion, that Rodgers has 5 more years of being great, really great. After the 5 years, I don't know how he'll play. I think he's 33 now. I think. Maybe he's 34, but I think he's 33. So I think he could play to 4, 5, 6, 7. I think he could play great till he's 38. And who knows after that. Tom Brady's 39 years old. The guy's still damn great. So, anyways, final thought. I already said that, but final thought is Rodgers has 5 more years of being great left in him. Got to fix the defense. Got to get some damn good players on defense. and I agree with what the announcers said during the game. I think Troy Aikman said it, that every year the Packers are hit with a lot of injuries every single year. I don't know why that is. I don't know what the hell they're doing with the players during the practices. I don't know why they're always getting injury prone or whatever. Maybe they're not injury prone. Maybe it's just really bad luck that the Packers keep having all these players getting injured every year. I don't know what it is and why it happens, but it needs to stop. I mean, Eddie Lacy, that guy's a great running back. Not the best in the NFL, but he's a good running back. That guy got injured very early in the season, like week 6 or week 10 or something like that. So having no running back, and having no Eddie Lacy, no James Starks, but James Starks hasn't been that good this year. Ty Montgomery taking over as running back, he was better than James Starks. That guy ran his heart out. Anyways, I'm rambling on here, and I don't care. Trying to get my next thought. The problem is the defense. Don Capers, the guy doesn't get fired, he needs to get better players. They need to sign better defensive players. They need to draft better defensive players. And they need to have less guys getting injured all the damn time. The defense lost the Packers the NFC Championship, but not Aaron Rodgers in the offense, because they still scored 21 points. In the Super Bowl, it's going to be a damn high-scoring game. Whoever goes up against the Falcons, they better score like 35 points or 45 or 50 points to win. So, Patriots and Steelers. Patriots scored a touchdown. It's 10-0. Patriots are winning 10-0. I believe we're almost in the second quarter. Almost second quarter. Brady is not going to play like trash, or not play very good like he played against the Texans this game. I'm sure he'll play better. So Patriots are winning 10-0. I'm proud of my Packers for what they did. And they won 8 games in a row. They won 8 straight. I'm happy. I'm proud to be a Packers fan. I will always be a Packers fan for life. Hope you enjoyed this NFC Championship review. Final score 44-21. Bye, everybody. If you're a Falcons fan, have fun watching the Super Bowl or going to it.